evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie with me, the lovely Julia, and you, the lovely Richard. Hello, how are you, Julia? Yes, I'm very well, thank you. And how am I? Oh, you're very well too. I see your cup of tea is here, but you're I'm just making myself up, making myself beautiful. You don't need to make yourself beautiful. You already look very beautiful. Ah, but the lovely viewers, they're very critical. No, they're not critical. They're just lovely. And they wouldn't say boo to a goose. They love you so much. Are you sure? Yes, sure. You think I can come out now from my hidey hole? I think you should. Whenever you're ready, it would be great. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to another exciting Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie on a Monday, the 4th of March, 2000 and something or other. Invent your own year this year. Big thank you to Paul Carl Griffin for sending me this moleskin or kine or however you pronounce it. Wonderful. We were talking about diaries and notebooks and things, and I said how wonderful it would be to get one of these old-fashioned diaries that's in analogue form. And I didn't expect anything. I didn't expect anyone to buy me one, of course, by any means of the imagination. But suddenly there I was, and the knock at the door, and Amazon Man was there, going, Amazon Man, da-da-da-da, whatever he can. And he said, I've cut down some of the rainforest and turned it into paper, printed it all up, and here it is in a mole's skin. 452,000 moles' hairs were used in order to... Actually, it's not... soft as a mole's skin at all. But thank you very much, Paul Carl Griffin. It's very kind of you. I just need to adapt it into a diary so I can put in my diary things. I hope I have some things to put in the diary. That's the other exciting thing. Now, slithering across the floor and trying not to be noticed.
Diary. Julia was late again for the Vobes Show today. I don't know what to do with her. I might have to give her the sack or the boot. I'm not sure which. Hello, viewers. Happy Monday.
Would you like Hessian or plastic?
I think Hessian is better for the environment, thank you.
Yes, a nice Hessian sack. Hello, how are you, lovely Julia?
Not too bad, thank you very much. How are you, lovely Richard?
It's very nice. And it's so difficult when you get stuck in the car and you've forgotten the key and you can't get out, and then you can't get in the house because it's been barricaded, and Arnie, the head of security, won't let you in. And Eric is tickling you under the chin as you make your way up the stairs.
Yes, I'm very chicky under there.
It is a very difficult thing. But you made it.
I made it. Yay.
And we haven't had a chance to lift up the...
Dun, dun, dun.
It is now on,
Turned over.
ladies and gentlemen.
A little bit, sorry. There we are.
So there we go. Welcome along. Now, if you want to contact the show, and we do hope that you do write the @ sign, the @ sign, a hampersand, isn't it, or something? Is it a hampersand?
Ampersand.
That's him, a hamster sound.
Oh, no. The @ sound is an @ Ampersand is the and.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's the @ sign then?
It's an @ sign.
Is it a hamster sound?
No.
It's not a hamster sound?
No.
What does a hamster make when it makes a sound?
Yeah.
When you tread on it?
A little squeak sound, yes.
It's a little squeaky. I mean, I wouldn't recommend...
Can we sing Happy Birthday to Alison O'Brien in the voices of hamsters?
Yes, we can. In the voices of hamsters, we can. Bear with me one moment. The voices of hamsters. We just need to put our headphones on here for the voices of hamsters. See if we got any voices. Hang on now. Dip dip da da. Hello.
Hello.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alison O'Brien. Squeak. Happy birthday to you. Gobble, 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 fill my cheek. Gobble, 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 fill my cheek. Gobble, 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 gobble.
We should have actually done it in the style of guinea pigs, actually.
Oh, why? Because she's got guinea pigs.
Do you have guinea pigs? Am I remembering rightly or wrongly?
Yeah, somebody had guinea pigs, wasn't it? Somebody had guinea pigs.
Lots of people have guinea pigs, actually. I used to have a little herd of guinea pigs. I love guinea pigs.
I used to have guiney pigs.
I used to have a little herd of...
We
I was going to say horses, rabbits. You ate your guinea pigs. Yeah, you didn't.
When they died,
yeah,
we put them on a barbecue, of course, like any sensible chap would do.
Yeah.
Put them on a guinea pig.
Can't see you doing that somehow.
No, just a moment.
Just beat up the viewers.
Yes,
Why not?
Just moved that
are you
viewer's
all right?
head.
Are you okay?
I moved the viewer's head. He was.
I'll bash you around in a minute.
No.
No, of course I wouldn't.
Right now, Colonel Craig Ratty.
Colonel
Craig Ratty said something with the what's the name thing. He said, "Was it in a very large box full of 1/2 ton of paper?" Yes. Yes, it was. I don't know what it was.
What,
but,
the molluscine? Is it
yes, the molluscine. The molluskeleton.
Diary.
The diary. Happy birthday, we've done. Thank you very much to Alison. Mark Townsend says that my dad trod on my sister's hamster many years ago. It made a kind of crunch sound.
Poor thing.
My sister trod on her gerbil many years ago, and both eyes popped out.
Oh,
On little black strings.
didn't need to know that.
No, but it was true.
Yeah, no, I bet it was.
She had them running around her room. She didn't mean to, and she accidentally trod on one. She went, oh!
No one ever means to step on the pet. If they do, they're horrible. And your
Yes.
sister is not a horrible person
No,
by any stretch of the
she went on to be a
imagination.
nurse.
Yes, a very caring person.
She trod on a few patients, I can tell you, over the years, but I'm
She's
not
got to tread on you if you don't watch it.
I know. She probably doesn't watch the show, so we're very lucky. Colonel Cragratty says the @ symbol is called the @ sign, according to Google,
Like I
not a
said,
hamster
the @
sound.
sign. No. No.
So the hamster sound is the and business,
Yes,
is
the
it?
ampersand.
Oh, yes, amper sound.
It's Latin, isn't it?
Is it? Could be.
Somebody Google that.
Is it a Latin? It's like that bloke.
Ow, that one hurt.
It's like that bloke
Ow.
who's invading Ukraine. Crap box.
Oh,
Is it crap box? What's his name?
excrement container?
Yes, excrement container. It's something like that. And there are other versions which we can't possibly repeat.
No.
Anne Bolton says, I have 9 lovely guinea pigs. Nice, 9 of them. Do you have to line them up and count them each morning, make sure they've all eaten? Not each other, obviously, but Brecon Feast.
Sorry. Someone felt the need to say that let's not hurt hamsters to see what they sound like.
No, I think that's very true. We wouldn't really do that.
No,
This
nobody
is
would do that.
satirical
Nobody's suggesting
nonsense.
anybody should do that.
Yes, absolutely. Get down, you hamsters, or I'll whack you. Not me, personally. We have a man in to do the whacking. Oh, Jimmy Edwards. Wacko. Alison O'Brien says, I have 3 guinea pigs. She has 3. I wonder if you can play them. If you blow at one end, do they squawk? Or something? No, possibly not. 3 blind mice.
You can't take anything he says too seriously.
Don't take it literally by
So-
any means. Absolutely.
No stars, yes. Let's not hurt hamsters or guinea pigs or any other animals or anyone who's
No, exactly.
vulnerable.
Anybody who's vulnerable. Now, we do have a phone line, and you can call us a little bit later. We'll let you know when. 07934746790. Anyone would think I'd memorised that number by now.
What, 07934746790?
Yes, I think that's the one.
Brian Jeffrey says, I saw a mouse in my bathroom using my razor. I think it was shaving its moustache.
I saw a mouse in my kitchen, but I don't know if it's still there now that we've sellotaped up the walls. Using sticky back plastic. That's no commercial names. Now, as you may know, we've changed a little bit in the show, just a little bit. I've got a nice new shirt. It's not actually, it's a second-hand shirt. It's
Your cravat's hiding.
Oh, I know. The cravat is there. Look.
Yeah. You need a good V-neck, don't you?
Yeah.
To show off your lovely cravat.
But we've changed the videos in the show, you may have known. And funnily enough, one of the reasons was we were having copyright issues. And so the last 4 videos that we played last week on Friday were the last of them. And thank you very much for sending them in. And would you believe it? Saturday morning, copyright issue. Because one of them had music which was causing us an issue, as if to illustrate the point. So we'd like to thank Mark Burgess, Colonel Cragratty, Steve Mitchell, Sandra Louisa, Ray of Hope, and Philip and Catherine for the video contributions today. And the great thing about this is that we've had some from, 3 who've never submitted anything to us ever before. Which is fantastic. Your £10 of mouldy potatoes are on their way.
And I thank you very much for everyone who ever has sent in a video to us. We really appreciate
but we're really
you doing
sorry
so
we cannot return the videos. Pat Keatsall, Vision On, 1973.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. She used to do all that war correspondence for the deaf in
I see.
Wherever it was. Here am I.
That would be really cool if you actually learned British Sign Language.
Most of her sign language was, here am I in Beirut, under attack. Oh, no.
Don't shoot. Please, I'm a civilian. I'm media.
She didn't really do that. She just did the sort of...
Like I said, bath full of salt.
bath.
Where is that tin bath? I need it.
Yeah, tin
Full of
bath and a salt.
Preferably pink Himalayan. Sorry, Himalayan.
Himalayan. Oh, Himalayan's nice. Sean O'Brien says F1 in Australia. And what does F2 do?
I don't know, but...
Do these buttons... I've got an F1 on here. Does F2... Where does that take me? Is this like Star Trek Enterprise and you get transported...
Engage.
What is it? What do they call... Oh, is it the transporter? Train spotter. What was the machine?
Stop talking and I might think of it.
What was the... What do you mean stop talking? What was the sort of dematerialising into a piece of sand and sending it down into a little bucket?
It's not a teleporter.
Teleporter?
No? I'm sure it had a different name.
What was the thing in Star? Because in the original Star, I never watched any of the latter ones because they were rubbish, obviously. But I watched the ones with Captain Burke and Spoke.
Burke.
You know, Spoke with the hexagonal ears. They were great, and you used to see it go like that. And I always thought they've turned everybody to sand. So I wanted to see on the planet just this bucket of sand land. Let's go. That's Captain Burke, and there is Snotty. And what was the Yoo-hoo? Lieutenant Yoo-hoo? Wasn't there a Lieutenant Yoo-hoo? And there was who was the Chinese one?
Uhura.
Soup Boy or something. Supu.
Sulu.
Oh, Supu.
Oh my god.
Anyway, whatever they were called.
Butchered.
Yes, butchered.
Transporter.
Transporter was a transporter. It was, yes.
For some reason I thought it had a different name.
I think Jason...
It's a dematerialisation beam.
Didn't Jason Stratham work on the transporter for a bit in Star Trek? He was at the back. You never saw him. He was one of those blokes who also shunted the door across at the appropriate moment.
Long life and prosperity, Sandra Louisa.
And I was thinking about... I went into a shop, a supermarket, that might begin with the word I may have a little child of a boy. Anyway, you know, it's something to do with the Maury pole. I'm not sure whether you can buy a Maury pole in this. Anyway, I went into they had a sliding door. They had a sliding door. You know, the supermarkets have these sliding door, the big posh ones. They had a sliding door. And this one had a sliding door, but it didn't slide very quickly. You know how you get so used to the sliding door just opening like, and it was going... and I saw it go like this. I thought, it's going to open, you know, subconsciously. And I banged straight into it because it hadn't opened. And I thought, yes, I've done that several times when they don't open. You never see it in Star Trek. When a door, you know, I just would like to see one of those...
I so love that happen.
Where the door is just having something wrong with the old relay system. I don't know how the motor, the blooming motor. And the boat, you know, the poor little dwarf who not a midget, notice, the poor little dwarf that they've invented who has to stand there going, shoo, shoo, just to get that noise. I mean, it's, you know, it's slave labour. I mean, it could be children, because you never saw children on the bridge, did you?
Once.
Oh, did you?
Well, a few times. But one particular kid.
Oh, they were sort of sitting there playing football. Because, a modern version of Star Trek now, they would be just sitting there doing this, wouldn't they? They'd be all sitting there just going...
Yeah, but the thing is, after the 5 years, you know, eventually you end up having kids being born on the ships, and and they would become cadets when they were old enough, and they'd, you know, learn. You wouldn't
eject them into space. Unwanted child. No one's looking.
Well, you know, that's not been explored in science fiction.
Have they not?
No.
That might be a bit of a dodgy subject, but I think that would be hilarious. No, I don't know.
Comedians go there. Why doesn't sci-fi?
Yeah,
because it's horrible.
It's right. What else have we got there? Sean James Cameron says Glenn Miller was on Stars in Your Eyes. He what? It's moved.
Gone.
Where's it gone?
I don't know. It's been deleted.
No,
David Vad said, I have seen Children on a Bridge.
Children on a Bridge.
Glenn Miller was on Stars in Your Eyes, but he went up through the sliding doors into the smoke and was never seen again.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Never. Anyway, so the whole point of all of that is that the subjects for tonight's show, although we've had 15 minutes of it, just make sure, 15 minutes, counting every grain, you know. I'm picking my nose. It is pretty much decided by you guys, by your videos and what you talk about. So we're going to kick off the first one before we get to the phone calls. Here's the first video of the evening. And I thought we'd start with somebody who's not sent in one before, just to sort of whet our appetite, just to show that we've embraced this and they've embraced it, which has been absolutely lovely. So this is Mersey Beat. Gardening, Mersey Beat gardening up in Liverpool. Philip and Catherine. Now, the beginning of this, I'm hoping doesn't give us any copyright issues, but just bear in mind we're not numbers.
Electric, sir. Sorry about the intrusion. Help yourself.
Oh,
Are we done?
are we done?
Are we ready? 1, 2, 3.
What?
Is it on?
I don't know. We're on the Vobes Show, Kath.
This is a quick video for the lovely Richard and the lovely Julia.
No, the Richard and the lovely Julia.
Oh,
That's how it is.
okay. The Richard.
Hello, we're on the Vobes Show, and it's Phil and Kath here from the plot.
Hello, the lovely Richard and the lovely
No,
Julia.
it's the Richard and the lovely Julia.
Yeah, but Richard is lovely as well.
No, it's the Richard and the love. Richard is the bald explorer.
Yes, we know.
The lovely
this.
Julia is the lovely Julia. It's like Batman and Robin, Kath.
Okay, we're reporting from the plot today. Couple of minutes for you.
Yeah, we're
love
Phil
the-
and Kath.
I
We're
love-
Phil and Kath, by the way.
I love the idea of that new concept of getting to know people who tune in
Oh yeah.
to the Bald Explorer. We've just arrived. It's about 5 in the evening. It's Saturday, the 2nd of April, and we've got a pair of woodpeckers in the background knocking away, so you may hear them.
Yeah, I'll just let you know where we are. We're on a block, an allotment plot. It's
Who
called,
just said that?
I know, but it's called Hartley Allotments in the heart of Liverpool.
And where's it close to, Phil?
John Lennon's old school,
Which
is
is
just over there, right behind you.
It's called Quarry Bank. When
Yeah.
he used to go there in 1957. No, did
Well,
he leave in 1957?
Yeah, but he was there from 1954 to 1957.
1957.
And
Yeah.
he used to come over onto the plot and nick our apples,
Yeah,
didn't he?
he did. And we've got proof, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got proof, because they stripped
We're not that old, Phil.
the apples off the trees, he did.
Anyway, it's glorious down here today. Beautiful blue sky, sunshine, and
Spring
all
is
our
here.
daffodils are out.
Yes, they are.
I don't know whether you
Lovely.
want to pan round.
We grow stuff on here. You want to know what we do? We grow stuff.
So at the minute, we've got all our potatoes in. We found your channel, by the way, via Sean James Cameron.
Oh.
We followed Sean for a good few years, like his channel.
He doesn't know us.
He doesn't know us personally.
We
just
stalk
follow-
him.
We do stalk
Just
him.
like we stalk
We're
the Vobes Show.
We're subscribers.
We love your stuff, by the way.
Yeah, fantastic show.
Some of the way
Absolutely.
We love the way your videos are edited.
Yeah.
We love your humour.
Yeah.
You're very entertaining as people.
And you should
The
be
both
earning,
of you.
You
by
should
the way.
also be earning more than £20 a month,
Absolutely.
which is absolutely astronomical.
It's priceless. I mean, we
Yeah.
spend all our time watching the Vobes Show and not enough time watching the proper telly. But it is
Well, we
the
don't
proper
have
telly.
much time to watch
No,
any
no.
of that, Phil, really,
No,
do
no, we don't.
we? Because we're
But-
so busy.
But yeah, we love your show, and thanks for inviting us to take part in this.
Now, there's a time slot on this, and no more than 4 minutes. So,
Okay.
are we up for time?
Probably. Ta-ra!
Okay. So, love you both, everybody. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Great show. Thank you.
Careful, sir. They're new plants.
So, there we go. Oh, hang on. It's got stuck. There we are. Marvellous. Look at that. There were Philip and Catherine.
That was fantastic.
Wasn't
Oh,
that
brilliant.
amazing?
Yes, Catherine, you're absolutely right. The lovely Richard.
And the lovely and the Julia. Is that how it goes? The lovely Richard and the Julia. I like that. I like
If
that.
you say
I think
so.
I think that's a definite improvement. Not at all. Wonderful stuff. And do check out their wonderful YouTube channel, which is Mersey Beat Gardening on YouTube. Shove it in and give them a good old look, and maybe subscribe as well if you're
Sean
into
James
gardening.
Cameron says that they're brilliant.
So there we are. And how lovely. It was nice to see the sun up there, because we haven't really seen much of the sun. We've been in the kitchen doing a lot of kitchening stuff.
Kitchening.
Haven't we? That's what you do in the kitchen. There we are, a lot of claps and support. This is the idea, really, to get to know you, because you get to know us, and as Philip and Catherine said, you know, they can stalk us and watch and enjoy. But it's nice to get the community going and see what everybody else is up to. So, are you gardeners, any of you other people out there? We want to set the topics, not us setting the topic, but get you to set the topic, and we can all have a chinwag about it.
Sorry, just 1 minute.
Yeah.
Thanks, Daniel.
Yeah, thanks, Daniel. I don't know why I'm kissing. Is it good?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I've got to get my little fella in the van. I haven't been in the van for a long time.
Watch it.
What?
Oh, no, yeah.
I don't want to knock him off.
You're Pixie Richard.
Yeah, that's what I said, my little fella down there. What's the matter with you?
I don't know what's wrong with me. It's just something's tickling my brain. I don't know what it is.
Well, as long as it's not my little fella. You're all right down there, mate.
Wait. She's dropping everything now. Look, you got me all a fluster.
I
Will
know.
you stop?
I'm so soggy.
Now we've gone back a minute and a half.
Yeah, we've gone back a minute now.
Whoops.
Happy birthday to you. Anyway, there we are. Very nice. Looking for tips on how to trim down a fir tree, says Tracy Murphy. Has anyone got tips on how to trim down a fir tree?
Or tips.
What?
Or tips.
Or chips.
Yeah, tips.
Tips, that's what I said.
You said trips.
Oh, sorry.
That's not here nor there.
Want some PG tips on how to trim down a fir tree. The one I know is to get one of those big hand saws and get right down to the base and go... and then...
So what was that?
It
go what?
It goes like this.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You said.
Sean James Cameron says, cut it to about 6 inches from the ground. There we are. That'll let it trim it down, and then wait another 400 years for it to grow. Peter Warbley says, you mentioned your little man, and suddenly Julia said she is dropping everything. I mentioned my little fella here, my little fella down there.
Faux pas or what?
Yes, Donald Duck. Steve, D Duck. What is that all about?
Donald Duck.
D Duck.
You sound like Donald Duck.
Oh, because I sound like Donald Duck.
saw.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, it was verging.
Virgin.
It was verging on
What?
the
The
TARDIS.
ridiculous. Oh, yes.
Yeah, ridiculous. It goes without saying, doesn't it? It's the Vobes Show, of course.
It's gone. TARDIS is gone.
Excellent.
Shall we watch another video? Because we've got a number of these. Thank you. People have got on board with this idea, which is fantastic. Thank you very much for getting on board. Next up, let's have a familiar one. We've had a familiar voice, and he's rung in several times. But have we ever seen his face? Only in still photographs. Usually on the side of Ben Nevis, is it? Or what's the Everest? You only fit them once, so fit the best. Climb Mount Everest. You know who I'm talking about. Talking about Colonel Cragratty, the rock climber.
Good morning, Colonel Cragratty here. I just thought I'd show you a quick fix for my climbing shoes. These are my climbing shoes, as you can see. They have a sticky rubber bottom and lace up to make them a good fit. They're rather like a heavy duty ballet shoe. The rubber comes around the front and it gives you grip on the rock face. These are quite old and I use them for indoor climbing. As you can see, they get a bit worn. Now usually you either throw them away if they're worn like this. As you can see, the cardboard liner is coming through, or you send them off to get repaired. What I tend to do to make them last a bit longer is to use this, a hot glue gun. This is fueled by these plastic solid glue sticks, which get heated up to about 200 degrees and they melt, and then they come out like this. What I do is take the glue gun, I'll show you this, take the glue gun there and apply the glue into the worn area. So just smear that in there and this forms a rubbery layer similar to the rubber that's on the shoe, and with careful application can build up this hot glue, and there you go. And that will set in a few minutes. When it's cool, you can peel off the surplus glue and it will make the shoes last for another few months. Hope you find this interesting. Thank you and goodbye.
And thank you very much, Colonel Craig Ratty, in your Colonel Craig Ratty studios. How marvellous is that?
Nobody likes a sticky bottom, eh?
Nobody wants a sticky bottom, although the bottom was now more sticky than when he started. Yes. In actual fact, with all this glue gun. I think,
well, until it dried, yeah.
Lisa L says, I love my glue gun. Has everybody got a... I haven't got a glue gun.
Andrew Norris says he's just fixed his skirting with a skirting board, I guess, with a hot glue gun. A great tool. Yes, I agree.
Now, I'm a bit worried because all the cats seem to have disappeared.
Everyone's cats seem to have run away. You chased them off with that saw impression.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you able to do some magic to get them back?
I'd like to try, see if I can encourage them to come back.
Yeah,
Let's try Buster. Buster, putty cat, give me a boy. Kitty cat, good kitty kitty. Balls, come see me, come kitty. Ah! Oi!
Oh, sorry.
Stop it!
Oh, sorry.
Such a bully.
I know.
Poor kitty catties.
Poor old kitty catties. Anyway,
Did
there
it
we
work?
are.
Nah.
Yes, of course it did. They've all come to sniff Pete's shoe.
Snow White, I am not.
No? Is that what Snow White did?
Copyright strike. Boom.
A midget.
God damn.
Snow White and the Seven Midgets.
Nope,
no.
He's gone, says Ramaboo.
He's gone, boy.
Solid gone.
He's gone. He ain't come down for no one.
Chased off the kitty cats, you meanie.
Yeah, so glue guns. Has anybody else got a glue gun? I thought it was just, Doctor Who and the glue guns.
Can we drop the glue guns? Because I can only think of a Lady Gaga song.
Oh, that goes?
It's rude. I'm not going to sing that lyric.
I've got my glue gun. I glue, glue, glue. A glug, glug, glug. A glibbity glue and a glabbity.
I love glue gunning, I'll tell you that much. That's enough.
Right, fair enough. Sean O'Brien says it's funny. So it is funny. It is funny.
It is funny. What's funny?
I don't know, the glue gun.
The Vobes Show is funny.
Yeah. I have a glue gun.
Thanks,
It's
Sean.
great. Says Archie Jenner. What do you do, Archie, with your glue gun? Actually, I'm going to open up the phone line.
Ooh,
Somebody
good
can
idea.
make us a call. Or I can make us a cup of tea, one of the three.
That'd be nice.
0793 4746 790. If you've got a glue gun or something else to say, do give us a call. I want to know what you do with your glue gun, and if you're stuck up, I want to hear about it. Give us a little phoning calling. 0793 4746 790. But of course, don't enable. What is this saying? Great screen recording of the microphone. I don't know what that is. Cancel that. Something on the phone. It's ever so clever, this phone, but I don't understand a word of it. I can't now see the comments because we've moved them over. So you'll have to read. No, you read them.
Paul
out.
Carl Griffin says, I use my glue gun for decorating my Father Christmas staff.
Has he got staff? His Father Christmas staff?
No,
What do they do? Are they the little elves? What kind of staff are they, and how much does he pay them? Does he pay them in Snow Whites or dwarfs? No idea.
So we've got bets going down for Zayn because Sean James Cameron has said, who will phone first? Place your bets now.
Place your bets. 0793 4746.
Everyone is saying Zayn.
They're all saying Zayn. Well, a telephone now. I've got to remember this. See who this one is.
We need to try and save these numbers in there so
Yes.
we know who's calling.
Let's find out who it is and say, hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Ha ha! It's Zayn. Hello, Zayn.
Hello, Zayn.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Zayn. How are you?
Happy.
Happy!
What's made you happy today? It's lovely to hear you're happy.
Why are you happy, Zayn?
Because I played. Because I won a game of FIFA.
Oh, well done.
Won a game of FIFA. What is that? Is that with the
Computer game.
giant?
FIFA, fifa, fofa, fumfa. I smell the blood of a large chicken that lays eggs.
No, it's a football game on PlayStation.
Oh, I see. And you won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you cheat?
No.
No. That's all right then, isn't it? When I used to play Half-Life many, many years ago, when I had half a life and half a brain, and I used to play, and time just disappeared, and then I realised I was wasting my life playing on a screen when there was a great big wide world out there.
And you only went out into it every other fortnight.
Yeah, I only went out there on a fortnight, which I gather is another game.
Yeah.
And then there's
And it was a craft of mines.
It was a
Minecraft.
crafty mine that I fell down, and a dog with a dolphin tail called Skippy came along and went. What's that, Skippy? You need to go and have some new dentures? Oh, okay, fine. Anyway, sorry about that, Zayn.
I forgot Zayn was on the phone for a second. And hi, Zayn.
Sorry, Zayn, so chatty. Have you got a hot glue gun?
No. My auntie's got one.
Has she?
What does she use those for?
Yeah.
She uses it to make like decorations.
Cool.
That's nice.
That's always good.
Yes, glue gun for decorate. What is that sort of like gluey, gloopy decorations?
Yeah, and I have one at school.
Ah.
And down DT.
And what does DT stand for?
Design
Is that
technology.
Oh, I thought that was illegal substances. A bit of, when you've had too much of them and you get the DTs.
I wouldn't know, and I dang well hope Zayn would have had a
Zayn
clue
doesn't
either,
know.
so-
No, golly, he hasn't a clue what we're talking about. Are you going to record a video and send it in, telling us something of interest about the hotel that you live in?
Like how many rooms it's got.
Yeah, like the 42,000.
I sent a video in last week.
Yes, unfortunately, it was for an advert.
Yeah, you can't. Unfortunately, you can't just film the TV, Sweet Pea. We need. Yeah, we'd like to see your face if possible. Don't try not to give away any discerning facts about yourself, like where you live,
your name, your age, your shoe size.
You can say you live in a hotel, I guess.
I got one on my YouTube channel.
So technically, we know where you live. On your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad about that. Thank you very much, Zayn. That's
Sorry,
marvellous.
Will Martin has asked, has Zayn played Elder Ring?
Have you played Elder Ring, whatever that is?
Have you played Fortnite or Fall Guy?
No, I played Fortnite.
Oh, you played Fortnite, yeah.
Have you played Weekly?
No.
Have you played Two Guys? Oh,
No.
well caught.
Saved her this time.
Have you played three... What is it? Three Guy? Did you say Two Birds?
Fall Guy.
Oh, Fall.
F-A-L-L.
Oh, Fall Guy. Have you heard?
Fall Fairy.
Have you played Tripped Girl?
No.
Oh, these are all fantastic games that I've never heard of myself. Does Zayn have a YouTube channel? Yes, he's never said. Says Colonel Connor McLeod. He has got a YouTube
Colonel
channel.
Connor McLeod.
Colonel Connor McLeod is a new one. So we don't really have a theme on tonight's show. We're just showing people's videos because it's a new thing. What do you think of the new thing so far?
I like it.
You like
Excellent.
it? What did you think of Colonel Cragratty and his rubberized boot?
I like that video as well.
Yeah, it's a good one, wasn't it? And of course, there was Philip and Catherine, who were completely bonkers. We liked them, didn't we, in the gardening?
We really
area.
like them. We really like Colonel Cragratty too.
Did you do any gardening?
No.
Did you cycle around the garden over the weekend?
No, but I left my bike at school because I was doing some work on it.
Oh, were you?
My teacher.
What's wrong with your bike that needs work on?
No, I just took it in to show my teacher and to show him my bike. I asked my DT teacher if I'm allowed, and he said yes. I bring it in.
I suppose if you're on the old DTs, you've got an old bone shaker. It's a bit like the same thing, isn't it? Because when you're on the DTs and you're on the old-fashioned bikes, the bone shake. I'm really pushing that joke now a bit too much.
Sisyphus says, have you played World of Tanks, Zayn?
No.
No, my boy has.
World of Tanks.
And his dad.
Have you played World of Snails? You can arm the snails up with special tentacles. Don't get them confused with other things. Or antennae with big bug eyes. You can put different colours. You get different coloured shells with different swirls on the side. You can put go faster, go slower stripes. Sorry. You can gauge the ooze that comes out of the snail's feet as it slips over. You were tapping me then.
Foot. The snail only has 1 foot, and it's the whole bottom of it.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's only got 1 foot, like Monty Python.
Well, it's not the whole bottom, you know.
He's only got 1 foot, hasn't he,
The bit
Monty
that touches
Python?
the floor is the foot. What?
Monty Python's only got 1 foot, hasn't he?
Sean James Cameron says, how did Zayn first find the show?
Yeah, how did you first find the show, Zayn?
Oh, it came up on my recommended, I think, and I really like. And I think one of your other channels. I think it was the Bald Explorer came on my recommended on YouTube.
I wouldn't watch the Bald Explorer. It's
I
rubbish.
would. I do.
It's rubbish. Bald Explorer. I wouldn't watch that. It's rubbish.
I wouldn't watch that crazy
It's
purple
you,
head
I
person.
think.
It's my brother who does it. My brother is very similar. I have a twin brother who copies everything I do. We do the Vobes Show. He does this thing called the Bald Divorcer.
Anyway, I'm afraid we have
time-
got more videos to
Yeah,
get through.
time's
so
run
we're
out.
going to
Sorry
have to
about
say
that.
good night. Thank you for calling in, Zayn.
Sleep well.
I will.
Good man.
Take care, lovely. I'll speak to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Tutty bye.
Bye.
There we go. That was the lovely Zayn, and us talking
And
to
us
him.
talking to Zayn.
And you can get a new album of all our conversations with Zayn on one healthy LP,
That'll put you to sleep.
available
Or put
from
hairs in the chest.
KTEL or Ronson.
Or turn
Or
your
was
hair
it
curly.
Ron Seal. I can't remember.
No,
Who
but
was-
what's the next video?
Next video, ladies and gentlemen, in the box of videos is not Colonel
Not that
Craig
one.
Ratty.
No,
We've
we've
had that
had that
one. We've
one.
had that one. We've had that one. Next up, Steve Mitchell. You may have heard him ring in on the show a few times. And he's a very nice chap. And he's sent in some stuff for us in the past, and we've been using it. And hopefully we did say thank you. But he sent in this wonderful video because he loves gardening. Let's find out what he's been up to recently. Steve, take it away.
Afternoon. My name's Steve Mitchell. I'm going to show you how I do my plants up and my young plants here. I've got a pot here and I've marked them up. These are Etchian's Blue Bedder. And what I do here carefully, because they're very obviously tender, get in there, carefully tease it. And normally I like to about two of these in each pot. And then obviously any of the other, and then I normally thin it out once they get going, take out the one that's not doing so well. Also here I've got Rebecca Goldstream. They've only been planted up a few weeks. They're not ready yet. And then round here, this is one of my variegated aces that's just coming out nicely. And over here, this is another one. This is called Orange Dream. That's just come out. It's very nice. And then I'll show you in the greenhouse. I've got lots of plants growing here at the moment. Some plugs and sweet peas there. And then here I've got some more Rebecca's here. Those ones there, all in propagators waiting to come. There's some hollyhocks there. Some verbena, they grow to about 3 foot high. Lovely for the bees and butterflies. Keep the propagator on there. And also what I do, I've got a little moisture tester thing here. So I put it in there and it tells me how the moisture is. So it's me, you know, I normally keep it on about a little bit more than that. And then I'll just give it a little bit of a water. And also what I've got here is this little device I've made up. So when I do my seedlings, I press it down like that, just on the top. And then on this one here, the same one there, so I just press it down. I made this myself out of a bit of wood. So then I just put the seeds on there. Then I put the seeds on there, then I put a bit of vermiculite. And obviously I've got lights in here if I need to add a bit more light. And obviously I've got a heater. That's about it. Thanks very much for watching, and thumbs up, and see you guys soon. Cheers.
Fantastic. What about that? And insert of your greenhouse and all the other ones. But what went through my mind, Steve, and it was fantastic to see all of that, was, I mean, I know hollyhocks and they grow quite a lot, and he had hundreds of them there, and then all those other things, and then some other things which names escape me, and he said, oh yes, I'll be, you know, they grow to 3 foot high. I thought, where the hell is he going to put them all? Yeah. When they're all fully grown, where do you put them all? Because we've been to your garden and it's absolutely lovely, but also chocker.
Excuse me.
Apart from the lawn, of course, which I suppose you can always hack up the lawn.
Which is also very nicely preened.
Oh, it's very, very beautiful, very beautiful. But yeah, no, thank you very much, Steve. We want to see more. Keep us up to date with how the plants are growing throughout the year and through the season. I've never seen one of those moisture meters. They're a bit like the ones that you stick into bread and things like that, only I imagine it's a slightly different gauge. Because you're not supposed to keep watering bread. I don't think you're supposed to do that. Although sometimes the rolls or the buns, they look like seeds, and you can bun them in the soil and see if they grow. Maybe that's a bad joke. I'm not sure. Maybe.
But
a lot of that. Brilliant video, very interesting. Colonel Craig says, I see Richard has 2 twin brothers helping him in the kitchen on the revamped Ford Explorer. Yes, either that or he has cloned himself twice. Yes, that cloning device from Amazon's very good.
From Star Trek Amazon.
Star Trek Amazon, exactly. I'm going to send it back, though, because it keeps working. Even when you turn it off and unplug it, somehow it keeps cloning, and more of these bald people keep entering into my life. It's a bit of a worry.
To answer your question about Steve Mitchell's hollyhocks,
yes,
he gives them away for free.
Oh, he gives them away for free. Oh, that's nice.
He is a very generous man.
He is very generous.
It does not surprise me that he grows them just to give them away.
And those little coloured aces were ace, weren't they? No, but they were lovely.
They were ace.
Very
aces.
Aces. But aces are trees, aren't they? That's
they are.
Branch.
They're
branch.
They're ornamental. They're ornamental trees.
Ornamental trees. So there we are.
Certainly not native to the UK, though.
No, they're not natives because they didn't have grass skirts.
Dave Ivad said he found the Vobes Show by a mistype looking for cheese rennet in the Middle Ages.
Wait, you've got to the Vobes Show by a mistype of cheese rennet?
In the Middle Ages.
In the Middle Ages. How the hell did he get from there to there? Andrew Norris says, if you have too many seedlings of plants, then plant those extras around your neighbourhood and surprise the community. That's a good idea, isn't it? I would love to see more hollyhocks growing out of people's gardens and in the wild, as it's, up against lamp posts. Because they grow quite high, don't they? They grow about 4 or 5 foot.
Yeah.
They're lovely.
Sisyphus says, only thing I'm successful at growing is my waistline.
Ah, yes.
Bless your heart.
Yes.
Steve Mitchell, in response to other commenters there, says, no, I don't have a YouTube channel. So he was exclusive to us here on the Vobes Show.
Yes,
Woo!
Yes. But no doubt, with a bit of encouragement, the Steve Mitchell YouTube channel will be coming.
Steve Mitchell says he'll give us some tomato plants when they're ready. Woo! That'd be great.
That'd be lovely. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Vobes Show. You are through to the lovely Julia and the funny bald bloke. Oh, hang on. It does help if I put the volume up. Sorry
about that. Hello.
Say that again.
Hello, it's Terry. I've come out of the bunker in Southwater.
Oh, marvellous. Hello, Terry. Good to see you out of the... are you wearing your hard hat?
Yeah. I used to wear one when I had a scooter.
Yeah, well, you need it these days because so many accidents on the roads. How's things up in when do we get a video, by the way, of you doing something jolly?
Yeah, I'm going to try and do one this week. So,
excellent.
Yeah, something in Southwater, but I won't say what.
No. All right. I mean, it's a very busy place, Southwater. There's a lot going on there. You've got a disused railway going through you and a disused brick quarry. So there's a lot of opportunities for old industry.
Yeah, I did hear on the grapevine that they want to reopen the old Shoreham to Guildford line or Christ Hospital line.
Really?
But I can't see how they're going to do that unless they turf the cyclist off the Downs Link.
Yeah. Are they really going to do it? They can't do it because there's certain places where it doesn't. You have to. I think through Henfield there's an issue, isn't there? Because they've built on some of it at the where the old station was. Because I remember walking through there and there's all these new. They'd have to reroute it a bit, or build a bridge. Wouldn't that be funny?
A lot of the land has been sort of reclaimed or sold to farmers along the line.
Yeah,
in the more rural parts.
It's certainly handy for farmers because you could grow a great big long line of cabbages, couldn't you? All from Shoreham to Christ Hospital. Make it easier to sort of pick them.
Oh, Bernie's pointing out they'd also have to dig up the Stenning bypass.
Ah, yes, that's true. The Stenning, because that's where the station used to be on the Stenning bypass.
Are you sure you didn't hear that a couple of days ago on April the 1st?
It could have been, actually. I think it was only talking about doing a feasibility report. We know what happens to those. They sort of falter halfway, don't they?
Well, you know what they'd do? They'd buy it up on the pretext that they'd run some lovely old steam trains, and everyone would go, oh, yeah, that's all right. And then, of course, what they really do is go, oh, that's fallen through, so we're going to build new builds on it. And you'll have this string of new builds and one path that'll go beside them. And it'd be quite handy, but they'd be very tiny little new builds. But then new builds are very tiny or extremely expensive, or both. So,
well, when the motor car becomes obsolete, they could convert some of the bypasses into rail links, couldn't they?
Yeah, but do you think the motor car which will go first, trains or motor cars?
I think people's bank accounts in running them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, this is it. You get charge points, and people will just be charging themselves up to radiate to try and keep warm with all the fuel crisis that we've got.
Just to change the subject, you were talking about hollyhocks just now.
Yes.
What I like is growing runner beans. Well, I used to.
Yeah.
When I had an allotment, because you just pop these quite large seeds, don't you? And they're quite attractive-looking seeds. They're sort of pink and dark.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And sort of spotty.
Yeah, they're lovely. They're like broad beans, aren't they? Or but as you say, pink and hard as bullets. Shove them in the ground, and then this sort of beanstalk
taller than me, some of them
can come out. Yeah,
they're easy to plant because some of these smaller seed packets, they're very difficult to. You have to sort of drill out the soil, don't you? Drills, they're called, aren't they? You just draw a line in the sand, as I say.
Absolutely.
But then you've got to go all the trouble of thinning things out at a later date.
Oh, and I've had to do that with some parsley because it looked like mustard or cress seed. I just shoved it into a pot. In fact, Steve Mitchell had given them to me, and I shoved them into a pot, and 1 billion of these things grew. And then somebody said, you do realise you've got to separate, each one of those is a separate plant. It's not a bush. So I've tried to separate them, but it's not easy. It's not easy because some of them are very attached.
You could do a video on Jack and the Beanstalk growing your runner beans up your neighbour's fence.
Yeah, that would be up the chimney. That would be quite good, although no light in there. Well, we better play some more videos actually, but it's nice to get you out the bunker, Tony.
Yes, yeah. These videos you got, the new ones, were they all produced on people's smartphones or iPhones?
That's that sort of thing, or a bit of wind-up chewing gum. Whatever will record.
Do they send them on by email, or do they go through this WeTransfer?
This WeTransfer, which has nothing to do with lavatories, by the way. This WeTransfer is the name of the website. We, in other words, they themselves, we, the people of, transfer it for you. That's the essence of it. WeTransfer.com.
I'll find it on the version number 2s.
Exactly. Yes. Don't go down the dump.
I'll your videos. Thank you very much.
Yeah, lovely to talk to you. Take care, Terry. Thanks for calling. Bye. There we are, Terry Bantam. Not heard from Terry for a while.
No,
Lovely to hear him.
It's been a minute, hasn't it? Sean James Cameron says, in the town where I was born, they are reopening the railway tunnel, which was closed in the 1960s.
Blimey. Were they going to run through it?
I don't know, but Mark Burgess also says trains are being developed to run on battery power and or hydrogen.
Oh, I wonder if you could get, like you can get these radio remote cars. If you could get radio remote trains, so when you go to the station, you could just, drive it from the seat would be handy, wouldn't it? Just
also, Ramaboo says that Buster the cat has come back. Hello, so good boy, Buster. Good boy, kitty. Good boy, kitty, kitty.
Right, time for another video.
Lisa, I should not have said a thing.
Right, this is time for another new face. This is like new faces. Remember New Faces? No, you won't remember it. Sandra Louisa, otherwise known as the Let's Paint Club, has sent in a video. Let's find out what she's up to.
Hi, I'm Sandra Louisa and I'm from the Let's Paint Club. And I'm a professional artist, and here I am in my studio stroke painting studio come YouTube studio. So I've been painting ever since I was teeny tiny, really. Caught the bug when I was 4 at nursery. Love slapping the paint on the canvas, on the easel, and I haven't really looked back, really. I've just something I've always enjoyed doing painting and drawing, and I've been a professional artist now since 2005, doing commission work, exhibiting, selling my work, and also teaching. I run art class as well. So today I thought I'd show you one of my paintings, the latest paintings that I did after doing one of my classes in Worthing and Ferring in Worthing actually, which I do weekly. And it's an acrylic painting, and it's of, here we go, I'll show it, bring it closer to the camera so you can see. And it's of Bursted Brooks in Bognor Regis, which is near where I live. I live in Bognor, so if you know Bognor Regis at all, you may well, especially if you've got a dog, take your dog for walks over at Bursted Brooks. This was one cold, chilly, icy snap we had a few months ago, where we had a light dusting of snow everywhere, and I thought I'd go and explore. And I've recently been teaching this in art class, doing step-by-step landscape painting, and decided I would finish it off at home because I enjoyed painting it so much. So that's one of my paintings. I do all sorts of different subjects. I also do watercolours as well, and one of my favourite subjects is portrait painting, but I might show you that another time. And one of my other favourite things is coffee drinking as well. I love the cafe culture, and I love a good latte. This is just ground instant today, but I love a nice latte, and I love a piece of cake to go with it too. So yeah, what do you like doing? Do you enjoy painting and drawing? If so, what do you do? And do you like a nice coffee? What's your favourite tipple? Anyway, great to see you. Take care. Bye for now.
Fantastic, thank you.
No, it's lovely, beautiful picture there. Bursted Brooks, never been there. Need to take the old bald explorer, my twin, bring him out over
I
there.
love all your work, Sandra Louisa. It's gorgeous. Particularly liked the ginger kitty cat above your left shoulder over there.
So we definitely need another video of your work there, because I'm interested to see your portraits. That would be fantastic. And yes, you love coffee, don't you? Ground, underground, overground,
Yeah,
wombling
really
free.
love it.
You're a great fan of coffee.
The sink.
Oh, in the
down
sink.
the plug hole.
Down the plug hole?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Being rinsed very much with
She doesn't like coffee at all. I love it. I love coffee. Real coffee, or the only artificial coffee I like is the Dow Egberts, but let's not do any advertising. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Is that Steve?
Yeah, it is. I won't be on too long. So look at the sandcastle there going down.
Yeah, I know. It's getting close. We've got a few more vids. Yes. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Yes. I thought I'd just sort of try and do something. I mean, I've got other ideas of different things out and about, so it'll be different types of. Some be a little bit, different.
Yeah, no, I'm very much looking forward to it. I got your email, by the way, regarding the walking, and I need to just check what I'm doing, because I'm trying to get to a point in my kitchen where I can just go, I can leave it and go off and do some walks. But hopefully by the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, something like that, if the weather is good, sounds great. I need to check my diary. Hang on a minute, I had a diary.
Yeah, Thursday's a better day, I think, but we'll see.
Let's just check my diary. At the moment, there is bugger all in the diary, because I have yet to transfer the stuff into it. There's not even any dates.
How many videos have we got left?
Yeah, well, I know. Time.
I'll be quick.
Go for it.
Yes. So, with obviously the plants and that, I'll show some more, because obviously things are still growing. It's still early days in the greenhouse because the weather hasn't been very good, has it? So I've got lots of other things planned. So try and sort of, give people ideas and that it doesn't sort of cost too much money and that. And, I know I've got some mining propagators, but that's only just to try and get them on. But you can just put them in normal seed trays, and, it's a lot cheaper than buying them from garden centres and stuff.
Yeah, and it's so important to get people to grow as much as. I mean, I know I don't do a lot, but it'd be so lovely, because it's something everybody can do. Once you've got
tomato plants are easy, because I end up growing them, and I end up giving literally last year I gave about 150 of them away to the local community.
Oh wow!
And yeah, I took loads of them, but it's nice really, because everyone came back and said, "Oh, they're fantastic," and everything else. It's just nice to actually give something back to people,
Yeah.
I gave a lot of plants away to people last year, and people said, "Oh, do you want any money for it?" I said, "No, it's not about the money." I said, "It's just about the fun and giving people something, in return, if you know what I mean.
No, absolutely.
Very,
Absolutely.
very admirable.
Well, listen, Steve, we're going to have to move on.
okay.
I'm so sorry because time is...
I'll let you get on anyway, and I'll speak to you guys soon.
Excellent.
Take care.
Sean says you need to grow some night-scented stock in your garden. It's a beautiful scent, apparently. There you go.
Yes.
Take care, lovely.
Take care.
Cheers, then.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye. There we are, Steve Mitchell. Sorry to push you on
Yes,
towards
sorry,
the end.
sweetie.
That hour just goes so very quick because Julia keeps mucking about. Let's find out what else is in the. I think now what have we got? We've got two more, I think, because we've done Mersey, we've done Colonel Cragratty, we've done Steve Mitchell, Sandra Loser. We've got so Mark Burgess and Ray of Hope. What would you like? Steve Mitchell or Mark Burgess?
Let's go for Mark Burgess.
Mark Burgess, it is, and that's no disrespect to Ray. We'll come to you last of all.
The best till last.
Exactly, there we are. So I've got to find where you are, Mr. Mark Burgess. Let's find out what Mark is up to.
Morning. Hello, Richard. Hello, Julia. Hello, viewers. Look what I found. I've been having a tidy up upstairs. Railway timetables. My local one, the one behind. Spa Valley, Tunbridge Wells, really good. Burney's Railway, for Kent and East Sussex. Must have a visit out. Go and see him at Bodiam Station, that would be great. Bluebell Railway, always a brilliant visit there. This one, Richard, you should take Julia and Geronimo Joe to this one. It's really ideal for young children. And it's close by. A283 Stopham Road, Pulborough, the garden centre. You should check it out, see what you think. I've been there once, before they did the big extension, and it was really nice, so, but haven't had a chance to be able to get back there, but it was nice when I went, that was a few years ago. So, yeah, Richard, Julia, a visit to that one. Got these timetables as well, so when I went to visit Richard I had to consult some of these for Southern. This is a vital one. Connections in London, especially if you have to go all the way up, change and come all the way down again. There we go. Maps, timetables. One of my collections. Anyway, see you next time.
Check your timetables, Julia. It's nearly the end of the show. Thank you, Mark. That's very kind. He is obviously train mad, completely and utterly mad, but interesting to look at that one that is local to us. Somebody said it's in a garden centre. Is that right? Is it in a garden centre, the little light railway for Geronimo Joe? Yeah, be interesting near Pulborough. We'll have to send me the details, Mark, and maybe that's a day out that Julia and I can go with Geronimo Joe. You could drive us there in the van. We are almost out of time, but we can't leave without good old Ray of Hope. Now, you know Ray of Hope, he normally plays these wonderful tunes with his magic keyboard, and we see the Wooden Tops doing their dancing in lots of provocative positions. Well, today, something slightly, at least I hope he's not going to take them to the thing he's got in his vice this time. This is Ray in a very special place.
Good evening all, and welcome to my playroom. This is my garage, and a garage of course is not for cars, a garage is for tools and bits and pieces and junk and storage and etc. And as many of you know, the difference between men and boys is actually the price of their toys. Like, these are toys for men. Now, what we're going to do, hopefully, is sharpen the chainsaw. Now, I've been working out in the garden, cutting a few trees down, and I'm going to put a couple of photographs in of those trees that have been cut down, so you can see. But what happens when you're using a chainsaw? Cutting the wood's fine, but eventually you've got to cut down, cut down, cut down. You get to ground level, and you've got to cut the stump off at or below ground level. As soon as you start to do that, the chainsaw goes into the dirt or the soil, and very quickly it gets dulled. So having done that, I need to sharpen the chainsaw. Now, this is one of my, I've got two chainsaws, one's a petrol one, this is the electric one. I think actually Richard's got the same one as this. What I'm going to do is just sharpen this chainsaw, which has been a bit dulled, cutting that tree down into the stump, into the soil. So I'm going to put it into the vise. And get a glove because it's a bit sharp. Out the way. And we can actually move the chain around by hand so we can sharpen it. Now, what are we going to do? I've got an old chain here to show you what it looks like, but chainsaw chain, you've got these cutters here, one after the other, and they're angled a few degrees one way, a few degrees the next way. The traditional way to sharpen them is to use a hand file and sharpen the edge, the cutting edge. You see that there's a round file, and this has got a round arc into the blade there that you need to sharpen. Well, that's obviously a very laborious process. One way, then the other way, and so on. So what I use is the Dremel, or a small hand tool with fast rotating grinding stone, which is the same diameter as one here as the chain. So what we do, got it in the vise, we then put the grindstone here, running of course at full speed, at the right angle, and this bracket here which attaches to the tool sets the angle you're going to cut out, which is 30 degrees from the horizontal. Plug it in. Put some glasses on because you never know. A glove to move the chain, and a way of marking the starting point. So here I'm going to mark with a Sharpie in this case, this first tooth, so I know that's the one I sharpen first. Turn it on, set the angle to the tool here. First one, second one, back the other way. Back, move round. and so on. Won't bore you to death. Go right the way around and you get back to the marked tooth you started with. Bingo, the saw is now ready, as good as new for a time being. That's the way to do it. Welcome to my workshop.
And there it was, all chopped up with a new blade. Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ray. That was fascinating. A bit long for our video. If we can people can keep them down to about 2 and 3 minutes, that would be great. But very, very interesting. I mean, interesting to me because I know my chainsaw needs sharpening. And he did say I could pop up and he would do it with him. Yeah, the old-fashioned way would probably take forever.
With a file.
With a file, especially a nail file, if I borrowed yours.
Very long time.
Very long time. But anyway, listen, this is the first of these new things. Do let us know what you think. I hope you've enjoyed it, but not now this second because we're going to close the show. Just to remind you, Wednesday, no show now. We'll be bringing the Wednesday show back probably later on in the year when we get into the autumn and it's a bit colder, but we have light evenings coming. So that's nice. So the next show will be on Friday. So there's plenty of time to go out and tell us what you've been doing, film a little bit. You've seen lots of different styles and ways of doing things. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just tell us something about, ask a question, set the tone for the next show.
Sean James Cameron says, remember the shows are now Monday and Friday at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Definitely 8 p.m. Oh, he's corrected himself. Fantastic. Thanks for watching, everyone.
And
Enjoyed
that's
your
it.
company.
We very much appreciate Sean and Judith out there making sure all are moderated. Thank you again to Mark Burgess, Colonel Craig Ratty, Steve Mitchell, Sandra Louisa, Ray of Hope, and Philip and Catherine for the video contributions. That was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been lovely to see your faces and put faces to names that we see in the chat or whatever. We will see you on Friday. Take care. Have a good week, whatever you're doing. Bald Explorer video coming up tomorrow. A bit more kitchen chaos. Hopefully getting there. And the lovely Julia has a fairy on her head. But then she has a bit of cake anyway. Till next time, look after yourselves. Have a lovely one from Julia and I.
It's good night.
Good night. That one's got suicide interests.